can't forget about it, then just go and do something about it. Literally move forward and move on. Next question. Can you suggest strategies for staying motivated and overcoming creative blocks? That's two very different questions. And the way that I'm interpreting this is that you've got a few little troubles with getting songs out because you feel like you're not motivated. So I think definitely you need to take motivation and creativity almost out of the equation. You're a human. You are creative by nature. And probably what's lacking here is not motivation or creativity. Probably it's just discipline. And so a strategy for staying motivated is, write down the really real, deep reason why you're doing this. All right? It might be because I want approval from my parents. It might be because, I had a really weird weed trip one time and now I've seen the universe in a whole new light. Whatever that really real, honest, hardcore, deep reason is for you, write that down. And then when you get stuck, open it up, have a look at it. I have a leather bag, which has a bunch of sheets of paper, which are all of the reasons why I do all of the things that I do. And then sometimes, if I'm lacking in motivation, I will open up said leather bag, I will pull out a thing, I will go, oh yeah, that's right, that thing. And then I'll put it back on the shelf, and it's kind of similar to the David Goggins cookie jar idea. It's just less of an inspiration thing and more of a motivation thing. So definitely have your little cookie jar. Even if you just start with one really deep, meaningful, impactful thing, do that first. And then that'll keep you motivated. Overcoming creative blocks. Usually, adding restraints will actually improve your creativity because then you'll take it out of a formulaic approach into a creative approach. So, Oblique Strategies by Brian Eno. There's a free phone app that you can use. It's just a bunch of cards that have really odd sounding things on them. So I'll actually give you an example. Pulling it up on the second monitor. Here we go. So it's Oblique Strategies subtitled Over 100 Worthwhile Dilemmas. And so as an example, you have use an old idea. What to increase, what to reduce. Try faking it. Ask your body. Work at a different speed. And all of them are just these simple suggestions for things that you can do, but you have to interpret those suggestions and they restrain you. Right? Work at a different speed is a very restrained way of thinking about it because you have your speed. And if your speed is, I'm going to nut this song out in an hour, maybe work at a different speed means I'm going to nut this song out in 10 minutes if it kills me. Or maybe it's, I'm going to spend 3 weeks on this song. Or maybe it's actually got nothing to do with the song at all, and it's just the speed that you write at. So maybe normally when you write a line, you write it at your speed. Maybe you have to write the line really fast, or maybe you have to write the line really slow. Or maybe the song has a slow section now because you're normally writing upbeat, fast songs. Any of these things, once you add restraints, it breeds creativity and resourcefulness. So that's how you overcome a creative block. What I think that your question is asking is, how do I get the discipline to do these things? And the answer is you just do it whether you feel like it or not, which is a really poor answer, but it's the honest answer. The definition of discipline that I like is, so you have 3 types of discipline. You have self-control, which is effectively not doing something when you feel like it. You have willpower or motivation, which is doing something when you do feel like it. And then you have discipline, which is doing something when you don't feel like it. And so all that you need to do is, I don't feel like working on this song today. I've got a creative block. You're just going to sit down, butt in chair, guitar in hand, whatever instrument, and you're just going to sit there until you figure it out. And eventually, you'll figure something out, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. You've overcome that block, and you've acted like you're motivated even without being motivated. Next question.